All right, welcome back, everybody. So we're going to go back to the NGC in a short while. We're just getting the guests ready there. But what I want to just tell you about that's happening is scheduled to take place at 8:30 this morning is that the Minister of Basic Education, Sibiwe Gwarube, is supposedly going to be talking to the press, taking us into her confidence as to what has happened with, they've detected that there was definitely a problem with one of the examinations, and they did during the marking procedure see that there was in fact a leak in the paper. So we're going to get more details about this. They put out a press statement yesterday saying that they are going to talk to this urgent briefing following the identification of an examination breach during the marking process. So we're going to see this. They've got systems in place and they are jumping onto this very, very quickly. And of course, saying in their statement, this is all to safeguard the integrity and credibility of the 2025 NSC examination results. So hopefully in around about 5 minutes from now, we'll be able to take that for you live. But let's quickly cross into the NGC now. That's where Sakina is. And let's just get a quick final crossing from her. Sakina?
Well, thanks so much, Leanne. Welcome back to Birchwood. And it's been an interesting 4 days here at the ANC's 5th NGC. And I'm joined once more by the national spokesperson of the African National Congress. And that is, of course, Mahlengi Bhengu. Ms. Bhengu, thanks so much for coming through consistently this week just to give us updates on some of the deliberations, but also some of the other happenings in and around the NGC. And I want us to start off this morning. I'm sure as you came through, you saw what we were met with here this morning. Some people who have come out to protest about their displeasure at how matters around reparations have been handled for victims of apartheid atrocities.
Well, it is very much interesting, and thank you, Sakina. It's day 4 indeed. We've had a trouble-free and a very affirming National General Council. We are about to wrap up today with reports that are going to be being debated at plenary since last night and this morning, all of which will culminate. I just thought we should talk about the looks ahead from a processing perspective. All of which will culminate into the adoption of a declaration and the closing remarks of the President, which will be, as is custom, open to members of the media. Back to your question, yes, I had a chance to pick up a conversation with one of the organizers of the picket. And one of the questions that I did ask was, have you been to union buildings? Because this is a matter of government, strictly speaking. It's a matter of government in terms of whether government has implemented the commitments made in various platforms. So that was the first thing. But the second thing is that we appreciate when our people see that the ANC is gathering and the leadership is there and that they can come through and escalate their concerns. So that's our initial reaction. But secondly, the President established a judicial commission into atrocities that were not dealt with by the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. So all of these matters are supposed to go there.
So, and I would imagine, you know, it is a message that will be communicated to the people sitting here because, and there is an understanding, of course, that it's personal for them. Hence, they took the time in this inclement weather to come here and make their voices heard. But I'm going to park that there for the moment and move on to matters organizational and the discussions from yesterday. So organizational renewal is, of course, key for the African National Congress. In terms of what has been picked up so far, what would you say are the most urgent tasks that the ANC needs to address in that regard?
Local government. Local government and local government all the way. As in, we need to increase our effort level in as far as fixing local government is concerned. as in we should see practical, visible actions of ANC councillors led by their mayors, led by the ANC leadership in the different provinces, going to dirty their hands, completing outstanding infrastructure projects in different municipalities, as in fixing potholes. And we see that's happening in Mangabong, we see that's happening in Johannesburg. The bomb squad goes there. I mean, the other day I was just driving past Parkhurst, and members of the city's bomb squad were standing there calling officials. I parked and I wanted to understand what was happening. Calling city officials to say there are so many potholes here, why are they not closed? And we're not leaving this spot until you come and close these potholes. They then move to another area, they move to another area. That is the kind of practical action. No talk, let's talk. We know what needs to be done, let's get it done. So that's one singular focus of the General Council, service delivery, meeting the basic needs of our people. That forms part, that's actually the holy grail of renewal. You are not renewing if you are not fixing the basic day-to-day concerns of the people of South Africa.
And that problem has been iterated to the ANC in various ways over the years. And what we have seen, for example, over the years, there was at one point where people in the various constituencies had complained to the ANC about some of the representatives at local government level. I think that would have been around 2011, 12, that sort of time. And the ANC undertook to go and, look at that matter in terms of who actually gets to represent the party at the local government level. SALGA itself, the South African Local Government Association, has pleaded not only with the ANC but with other political parties to try and send better candidates, so to speak, in terms of looking at the capacity of the people representing the various parties at local government level, because capacity is an issue.
Absolutely, Sakina. Absolutely. And part of what we are expecting from this commission and to the declaration would be very tangible steps we are taking to ensure that we have people that are competent, people that have got knowledge, people that have got experience, but also people that have got the right attitude. So the issue of character and attitude is very important. Because when you work with the people, you have to have the stamina, you've got to have the right temperament. Those are the things that the electoral committee that is headed by former President Motlanthe is going to be applying a fine-tooth comb in terms of the councillors that we are going to be selecting. I really wish to stress this because I'm aware of how the strife that is there in the African National Congress to ensure that we've got the most capable. Capability alone is insufficient if you don't have character. And those are the types of things that we're going to be looking out for.
In the past, the ANC has said they would look to deploy some of their best, their most capable cadres to the local government sphere.
We've done that. We've started doing that. We've got Cyril Xaba, a very senior member of the National Executive Committee of the ANC, deployed in eThekwini Metropolitan Municipality. And look at the turnaround in Durban. Look at the fact that a big part of South Africa is currently in Durban enjoying the Indian Ocean, precisely because of the strides that have been made there. Look at the balance sheet of eThekwini Metropolitan Municipality. Look at the streets in Durban. Drive through what used to be known before the name change as the West Street, which was the penultimate street. Drive through there, carrying your cell phone. You don't worry about Amapara running after you. And that is what we want to multiply in all our municipalities. But I want to also take you on a journey to the Eastern Cape, to Mbashe local municipality. A young man who just attained a PhD, who's a mayor there. who is so as ensconced with the people and reconnected with the people. Those are the examples that we want to multiply.
And of course, South Africa will get to see firsthand what it is that the ANC will be bringing to them at local government level as we go to those elections next year. But we need to take a quick break, so let's hand it back to studio.